All right, Shalom. This is Howard One by Nyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. This is a message from the Tampa mayor. I think she put this message out yesterday as a warning to any residents that don't want to leave or evacuate or that haven't evacuated yet. All right. I think the storm is expected to hit tonight, Wednesday night. Now, this is a double-sided coin. This is a double-sided coin because on one side you have the warning, and yeah, if you're going to evacuate, you can evacuate. That don't make you lack faith or, just because you leave, you can't go off of that. If somebody decided to leave, kudos to them. They can have faith that the Lord give them a safe trip. You get what I'm saying? So there's different ways to show faith. Getting out of the way of danger is always smart. But you got some brothers that decided to stay. Even like us in Jacksonville, which we're a little north for the storm is going to come across us, but we decided to stay as well. So that's another way of showing faith. You get what I'm saying? So it's two ways. Now the other side of the coin, well, that's one side of the coin with her giving warnings, and it's up to you to take heed to that. Just somebody saying, hey, what she said here is drastic, but in her position, which that's a whole nother conversation, she it's smarter for her to say it in this way to protect liability. It's better to tell people to just leave instead of saying, hey, just stay and have faith, because she don't have faith anyway. So these Christians, they lose faith when in troublesome times, man. A lot of them lose faith, man, unless it's like financial trouble. But anyway, I'm gonna read this quote from her, and it's going all over the internet. And the other side of the coin is this. This is my thing. She has no say so, and no surety of who lives and who dies. I don't care what it is. It can be a house fire. Somebody can still live through it. They might be in torment when they come out, or come out unscathed. So that's where the lack of understanding, the lack of faith and knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai comes into play. That's the other side of the coin. That putting this statement out spiritually, she has no say so who's going to die or live. I don't care what it is. If you stay around for this this storm, you're gonna. It's like for sure. The scriptures say it's up to the Most High. Now I'm gonna read this real quick and we'll move forward. So it kind of hit me two different ways. I was like, all right, yeah, she, they were right for evacuating, but it also caused a lot of turmoil. But they talking about 15-foot waves now. If you're on the beach, it's like, come on now. But it says Tampa mayor issues a warning to residents ignoring evacuation orders. You are going to die. Damn. I ain't say it. She said it. So, whew. So that's a bold statement. Not thinking about people that may have boats. She's not thinking about people that couldn't leave. You think they want to hear this? Well, some people just couldn't leave. They might not have the means to leave. And they sticking around, hunkered down in faith, and then you like, yeah, you're going to die. It's like, yo, come on. So, she should, I think it would have been a better way of saying it. just they, it's a smarter choice to leave, something like that. But it's ways she could have put this statement instead of saying people gonna be unalived. All right, so I'm gonna get a couple precepts. It says Tampa mayor has issues a warning to residents in Tampa. Now the storm. I'm gonna show you something. Excuse me. I was watching the storm last night, and they got this spin. It's probably not there, and I think it moved to the right. But this right here was on the map as well, and they weren't even talking about it. I don't know if this is that wind shear that they were talking about or the convection, but this right here it popped up out of nowhere. Popped up out of nowhere. All right, and it started pulling. See, what I noticed is I showed my family is this, whatever this is, started pulling all the storm out of the damn hurricane to the right and started wrapping it this way, and that's when it shifted. It shifted south. All right, it shifted south about 75 miles. So now it's not coming directly at Tampa. It's going a little bit below Tampa to like Sarasota, I think. And it's going to spin water out of Tampa instead of into Tampa. All right. Remember, you got brothers down there. And I think a lot of them decided to stay as well. So just like people, Akim that are over in the Big Bend of this area right here, Florida, or the Panhandle. They call it the Big Bend, the Bend area where Helene hit. This is where a lot of Akim are at. I didn't even know that. There's so many brothers around, close. We're up here in North Florida in Jacksonville, all right? Been out here since like 2008, teaching in Florida. So now that's something I noticed last night. And right before I saw this, look at the storm, right? These are the winds. That's how big the wind field is. So this wind is going to be felt from Miami all the way up to Georgia and North Carolina. All right. So now, because of wind shear, I'm not going to get on into that. Maybe another lesson or something else. But because of wind shear, it's coming down. It's supposed to clip the top of these storms and make them a little bit weaker. So don't fall for Esau crying on TV and shit. They had that meteorologist crying and shit. I was telling one brother, I was like, man, that dude probably went through something that day, and he probably was tired of reporting on it. Started crying. Who knows, man? But he up there crying, talking about something. It reached below. What you call that, man? The pressure, that low pressure. 1,000, and it went below 1,000, close to 900. So that's like, whoa. All right, that means more intense storm, more physicality to the storm, circulation, and pressure, intensity. So now with the wind shear, that clips the storm and makes it weaker. So that's why you're gonna see the storm turn into a 3, but with the power or potential of a 4. All right. But it's expected to pull water out of Tampa instead of pouring water into Tampa. But still gonna be power outages and things like that. All right. So this is what a lot of people are going to have to worry about as well. All the lightning. Look at that lightning. These are all lightning strikes in the center. Look at that. That joint was thick. Became the strongest storm ever recorded. And I saw, I think it's on my other phone, but I was watching my radar, and on the radar there was like a beam or something that shot through the damn cloud, through the storm last night. Like a big ass beam or something shot through it. That's a whole nother topic as well, going into cloud seeding, where they can shoot a laser to create crystals or crystallization in the cloud, you know, and from those crystals, it could create water droplets, and that's called cloud seeding, which produces more rain. So, um, yeah, you would tell people I would tell somebody to get out of the way of a bus that's coming. So I get what she's saying, but there's no guarantee that person is going to be unalived. All right. Yeah, I tried to find the picture. I can't find it from that what I saw last night. But y'all, it's like a cut went through the joint. It was like something, a beam or something, man. But I can't find that picture. I thought I screenshotted it. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, this is the word faith. All right, and this is really for people that decided to stay, and some people that even on the road that's traveling out there. You got to have faith in every circumstance anyway. All right. But 2/3 they lack faith because of lack of understanding, and these heathens they just lack faith in general. Or if they have faith, it's for the wrong to the wrong God, to a false God. The word faith comes from um, Proto-Indo-European, whatever, which means what? The word faith means trust. That's what I want to focus on. Trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Confidence. Persuasion. All right? Faith. It means trust. Trust in the Lord, man. And by her saying with her statement, that takes all trust away. If you stay, you're going to be unalived. She should have said, unless God is with you. She ain't here to say that. Whew, a person like that with that type of mindset, man. But anyway, so she clearly lacks faith. All right. See, when these miseries come upon this earth, we know the calamities are for the wicked, but the elect may be in the midst of those afflictions and turmoils and calamities, but it's really for the wicked. Even the flood was for the wicked. All right. So now I want to read this. Okay, it says Psalms 32:10. Many sorrows. Yep, many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in Yahweh, mercy shall compass him about. See, that's what we're looking for, mercy from the Lord, because everything is a judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Who's bringing these storms? Who brought the storms during the times of Jonah? Who brought the storms during the time of Yahushai? Who brought the flood? All right. Who dispersed the storm? Let me get that real quick. All right. This is during the time of Jonah when he was sent to teach to the people of Nineveh. But he didn't want to go teach them in Nineveh because he saw them, Jonah saw them as wicked and that they were disrespectful to Yahweh. And that Jonah believed that Yahweh was so merciful that he would forgive them, kind of like the mindset that Peter was in. Peter had to be taught about the Gentiles. All right. So that's why Yahweh rebuked Jonah and sent the tempest upon him when he tried to flee and run. Okay. Run away from his duty. Just like the Lord will send destruction on Akim that decide to go back into the world, that become enemies to the Lord, but now in times like this, they want to call out and pray to him. I can imagine what the fuck you thinking right now if you walked away from this truth, walking away from a camp, I get it, but if you walk away from the truth and you stop teaching, and you know the consequences of it, and then years go by, months go by, and then all of a sudden it's something like this occurs, and your ass sitting amongst people, and you like, yeah, Yahweh, you ever heard of Yahweh? You ever heard? Yeah, goodness, man. So it says, this is Jonah 1 and 4. All right, so I'm not going to get into the whole story. I want to get to the point of who sent out the great tempests, the whirlwinds, the hurricanes. Jonah 1 and 4. But Yahweh sent out a great wind into the sea. All right, Yahweh sent out the great wind. And there was a mighty tempest in the sea. So what happens with a hurricane is the winds start to stir up, right? Different directions. That's how the proof of air, right? That goes into a lot. Proof of the sun as well, because the air wouldn't circulate without the effect of the sun from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. But from the sun, the actual sun, S-U-N, that's what controls the movement of the air, the hot and cold temperatures on the earth, which was started in the beginning. But the air gets stirred up in a way, and the Most High sends that wind, and it starts to gather up storms in it, as I showed you in the picture earlier, pulling the storms in to that air circulation, and that's when you got a full hurricane. All right. So, who creates that? Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Now, who tries to manipulate that? Esau. That's where you get cloud seeding. All right. They don't create the storm, but they act, what you call it, just like a false flag. False flag can be created by them, or they can use the actual real disaster and turn that into a false flag. Just like a storm, a hurricane, they could manipulate the storm that's already there by doing something called cloud seeding. Even causing the storm to turn back around and hit a place twice. All right, that's the powers of cloud seeding. You know, that's a whole nother topic with Esau thinking that they're God. But Jonah 1 and 4, but Yahweh sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. All right, so we know the story of Jonah, but now I want to show who sent out that tempest. Yahweh did. Yahweh sent out a great wind into the sea. All right. All right, so I'm not going to get into this story either. Matthew 8 and 26, when Yahweh Shai was on the ship and a tempest arose. So we know who sent that tempest. We know who was trying Yahweh Shai at that time and trying the believers. It was Yahweh building up their faith, all right, and showing that the power that was given to Yahweh Shai by him doing miracles in front of the disciples and his followers, our people. So the Most High sent that tempest during the time of Yahweh Shai. All right. Matthew 8 and 26. And he saith unto them, why are ye faithful, O ye of little faith? See that? He said, you're going to die, we're going to die. Oh no, that's little, they have no faith. All right, if you're going to be unalived, it's better to be unalived than faith. All right, and trust in the Lord. Then he arose and rebuked the wind. See that? And the sea, and there was a great calm. Great calm. Dissipated the storm, just like a wind shear does. It cuts off the storm. It calms the storm. But the men marveled, saying, what manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? That's right. And how about this? Yahweh Shai is on the right hand of the Father, so he's even more powerful now. You think he can't deliver the Akim from this type of storm? Ain't nothing wrong with you getting your family out the way and the mental anxiety that may come with it, but it's going to be even worse out here in the world. Again, you can have faith to stay or you can have faith to travel. Either way, you should be moving in faith. You know what I'm saying? Faith to evacuate. But it shouldn't be because of the mind that you're gonna die. She doesn't know that. All right. Let me get something real quick. This is Sirach 40, verse 1. Great travail is created for every man. All right. So there's nothing but travail on this earth. We are born through the womb and we go back into the earth, meaning our body, and the spirit goes back to the Father. All right, because that's what we truly are, the spirit that's in these vessels. Kind of like a vessel that's moving through the sea of earth in travail and afflictions, just like a ship that's out in the ocean. Our spirit is in these vessels in the midst of turmoil in this world. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, man. Anybody that's born from the ground, except for the ones that's born from the second Adam, Yahweh Shai, from heaven. Not going to be any travail or any turmoil or heavy yokes. This is a heavy yoke to know that someday, or every day that goes by, could be our last day on this earth, or with our family, friends, and loved ones, however you call it. But it's better to be in the presence of Yahweh. To die is gain. That's what Paul said. From the day that they go out of their mother's womb, so it's a heavy yoke, to the day that they return to the mother of all things, talking about to the ground. All right, and that's why I teach my children about the spirit, and transitioning. Eternity. All right. Their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts, man. And even in those situations, those thoughts can get to you. Or you can just choose to have faith. See that? And things will happen how they happen either way. Just like fighting a fight in a boxing ring, you can fight in fear, and the thoughts will beat you up with the person that's kicking your ass. So you getting your ass kicked twice by your own thoughts and the person that's punching you in the face. Hopefully it'll be blocking. But or you can have a thought of faith and confidence and remember your training and see your target. You feel me? Because even Mike Tyson said it, man. The thought of getting hit in the face can cause somebody to faint and pass out in the ring. Just the thought of it, can cause a men's heart failing them for fear of seeing the things that's coming on the earth, and cause fear of heart. See that? From him that sitteth on a throne of glory, unto him that is humble in earth and ashes. So the richest person on the earth, or the most exalted person on the earth, even down to the lowest, a homeless person, or a poor, impoverished person, or a humblest person on the earth, we all go through the same thing. That's what makes us human. From him that wear purple and a crown, unto him that is clothed with a linen frock. Right? And that's us. If somebody has just basic linen clothing compared to the mayors and rulers of these towns, the bourgeois. So all of us go through the same thing mentally. Have that thought lingering in our head. But we're comforted through the truth. And through the truth we have trust, which is what? Faith. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death, anger, all right, strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep, do change his knowledge, man. It throw you off. You have all this faith, but then as soon as you sleeping, you start having thoughts. You wake up in a cold sweat or some shit, or you can trick yourself out of your own chance or freedom. You know, um, it says, "When all is safe, he awaketh." See that? And marvelous that the fear was nothing. All right. So sometimes it's better just take you a damn nap. Like, how should I show this? What did he do on the boat? He went to sleep. That's it. Trust the Lord, man. I told my children this time, I said, yo, I'm not staying up all night watching this damn weather. If it get too late, I'm going to sleep. We was out in the woods. Yeah, you got your own watch. You got to watch for danger. But shit, man, I'm not about to be stressing with my eyes glued to the screen the whole night, man. Hearing that wind hitting the walls and shit. Hear some ooh, start looking out. You peeking out the windows. It's supposed to sound like a train, don't it? What they say it's supposed to sound like? Instead, it'd be better to be in the scriptures or loving your family or your akim or your wife, family, or praying, or just getting some rest, or staying busy, man. And watching, being alert. You gotta be alert. You know what I'm saying? Have a level of alertness and preparation. And educating yourself will take away fear as well. All right. So this is what when all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing. See that, man? Scared for nothing. Scary ass. So it says, such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast. And that is sevenfold more upon sinners, man. It's like the story of a sinner's exit out of this life is brutal compared to a man of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? That's Wisdom of Solomon, I think, 2, if I'm not mistaken. All right. The souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Lord. It says, death and bloodshed, strife and sword calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. Yeah, but this woman over there, you going to, well, shit, something could happen to her on her way out. They all evacuating, anything could happen. They busy talking about, you're going to, if you stay, you're done. Well, if you leave, you're done. Shit, just have faith. They just don't know. It's up to the Lord. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood, man. So there's a difference than being in the spirit of truth, in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and being in a calamity compared to 2/3 or these heathens being in the same situation. The Lord gonna do them dirty. All right. So let me keep reading this, man. All things that are on the earth, that are of the earth, shall turn to the earth again, right? And that keeps us humble, man. We think we for eternity, and next thing you know, the body just returns to the grave, and we staring at the Lord in the spirit, realizing we were just human until the Lord makes us something better. And that which is of the waters doeth return into the sea, just like a wave of the sea. It makes all this commotion, then it subsides. Just like us, we're here, just like a flower blossoms, you see it bloom, and then it's gone. All right. The goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river. And who's the unjust? Man, look at that. What's that? North Carolina? That city, I think it's Asheville, something like that. It's named after a slave owner. So you do the math on that. Look at Jacksonville. Look at Florida. All the unalivings and gang. What do they call that damn music? Drill music. Right? Look at all that, man. That's why these things are coming upon this place. The goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river, and shall vanish with the noise, with the destruction, the judgment day. like a great thunder in the rain. All right. Right. Psalms 9 and 9. Yahweh also will be a refuge for the oppressed. What's a refuge? A safe house. So we don't need no, even if he was out in the middle of the storm, someday we're going to have that level of faith. So we'll be in the middle of a hurricane, walking up under the damn thing. Sheesh. But we'll have that type of faith. All right. Someday. Right. Right now we're not set up we're not supposed to be tempting the Lord. All right. But that's the level of faith we should have. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Imagine the level of faith they had to have to step in to see a fiery inferno with the heat. And they say, step in there. Faith. And the Lord quenched that fire. Now, Psalms 9 and 9. Yahweh also will be a refuge, a safe house. Right? That's what everybody's looking for right now, a safe house for the oppressed. A refuge in time of trouble. All right, this is a time of trouble that's coming upon America, Babylon. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. Right? How are you going to put your trust in God when you don't know who he is or who his son is? What is his name? What is his son's name if thou canst tell? And you don't know his character or his mysteries or the mind of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai or his plans, his will. He allowed us to know all these things. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, faith in thee, man. Faith in Yahweh. For thou, Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee, man. All right, so it's not a shameful thing to have faith. Some brothers didn't want to leave, you know, and the Most High is going to protect them if it's his will. He said he shall compass them as with a shield. All right. So I remember one storm, it came right over our house, a hurricane, and then it was just a circle. I mean, it's thick, and then next thing you know, it just kind of separated right over our house. It's just like an empty circle on the weather app. There was nothing there, just over our area. Everywhere the storm moved, that empty space stayed there. I showed it to my children, man. What did it do? Increase their trust, increase their faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. One brother down there in Tampa, I remember it was a tree fell on his house, and one hurricane, and the tree stopped and didn't damage the house. I think too much. I probably telling the story messed up, but I remember, and that was a testimony of trust and faith. All right. So even traveling, if you decide to evacuate, that don't mean you lack faith, man. Don't try to prove nothing. All right. I remember one hurricane, it was real bad, man. But we didn't even have to leave, but we took advantage of the opportunity and drove back up to Philly. And on my way to Philly, I made a beeline, and Spirit led me to see the elders in person. I was like, New York, Philly. I was literally looking at the signs on the express highway, and I was like, I'm going to New York. And I pulled up to 45th or something. Forgot what it was called. And I ran into the elders. All right. Spirit led me right to them. I ain't had no jacket. It was cold. But that's what I'm saying. You can make it useful if you decide to evacuate. All right. Have a purpose. So either way, you're showing faith. You know, if you decide to leave, you're showing faith. You still got to have faith in travel. Even if you decide to stay, you're still showing faith, you know. And having faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you can't go wrong. All right, so let me get one more. All right, Isaiah 41 and 13. For I, Yahweh, real quick. For I, Yahweh, will hold thy right hand. See, the Lord will uphold you spiritually, all right? Keep you in the spirit of faith and confidence. And physically, he'll protect you with spiritual power. Saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. See, through the Spirit, he's comforting us, telling you to fear not, he will help you. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. See, we're helpless here, man. Look what they're doing with the insurance claims. Look what they're doing with FEMA, allegedly. So there's, look what the mayor said. If you stay, you done. They out of here. And it's gonna be the same way in any calamity, man. When it gets turned into a whole city of calamity, they're gonna have that same attitude. They don't want to be put in jeopardy for their families. And they're speaking to you from their faith when in fear, pushing that spirit of fear on you. So people that's stuck and have no way out, or that just decided to stay in faith, yeah, we pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua protects you and us. All right, but fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, right? Because the men, you pray over your household. See, that's why a woman, you're supposed to have a man of the Lord. All right, and if you're a woman by yourself and you're in the truth, or you believe and you watch the brothers, may the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, protect you as well, and your children, or your family. But you should have a man that prays over you. I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer. So the same one that's going to help us in these last days as well and redeem us back to the Father, the Holy One of Israel. All right? Right. She act like she just got her little crystal ball somewhere, and she like, hold up, I saw, if you don't leave, you're going to die. Well, Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power is the God of salvation. Especially in times like this. Show his power and how he can save you. Come on, man. You pray to him and you in his truth. Most High prayer, I'll be like, yeah, let me see what I'm going to do. Get him out of this situation. I got him. I'm going to do something special for him and for his family. He that is our power is the God of salvation. Think about that, being saved. All right? Safety. And unto Yahweh, the Lord belongeth, unto Yahweh, the Lord, all right, unto the Lord Yahweh belongeth the issues from death. All right? Belongeth the issues from death. So, why? Because of this. It says here, Psalms 90 and 9. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. All right, matter of fact, I need this precept for another lesson I want to do later. Yahweh Ratazah. All right, Psalms 90 and 9. Right, so we spend our years here as a tale that's told, man. Okay? So in that story, he can write it how he wants. He's the author. Great tempest comes to destroy the land like a monstrous, oh no, the dragon, Edom, the monster of the sea, comes out to destroy the land. The Lord can rewrite that story or have it written to where a hero's story of salvation. He's the author of our salvation. The God of salvation. That's who we trust in. All right. So, all right. And knowing all of this, we know that the Lord did not give us that spirit of fear. It's this place. It's these people, man. It's the system that's pushing that spirit of anxiety and fear, man. All right. All over the internet, dude, fucking meteorologists. You supposed to be the most stern person on the damn internet right now in the time of crisis, and you crying. I'm sure you can look it up. Type in meteorologist crying at the damn storm. You supposed to be stern and stoic. Show a level of stoicism in this situation. just like a police officer or something, and he on the screen crying for the whole world to see. And the damn storm went from a 5 and is going down to a 4 and a 3. But he up there crying because it reached a 5. He needed a different job. All right. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For Yahweh have not given us the spirit of fear. So if you got that spirit of fear in you, not saying evacuating this fear, but I'm talking about if you decided to stay and you scared, that didn't come from the Most High. That came from you, your own thoughts, as I read earlier, right? Which every human conjures up somehow. Think about death and bad things happening. That's the negative of the flesh. Or it came from somebody that influenced you to think that way. All right? And the internet is the best way to influence, stoke that fear that's in people. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For Yahweh have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power. See, the Lord going to show his power, man. And his power in prayer. And of love, all right, the brotherhood. Okay, being in this truth. And of a sound mind. Waiting on the Lord. All right, knowing your purpose. Executing your purpose. Not thinking in envy. Not thinking in negativity. Not thinking in doubt or fear. But just thinking the way he tell you to think, man. He said, be still. Let me get that real quick. All right, this is what the Spirit is saying to you. If you understand the Spirit, if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is dealing with you, this is what should be wrestling against your flesh right now and comforting you. Psalms 46 and 10. Be still, right? Sound mind. Be still. Not a wavering ocean all over the place, like I was telling you. Right? Erratic. Control your emotions. Emotions are energy in motion, like the waves of the sea. Control it. Steady it out like a ship. Remember, this vessel is the ship. The spirit can harness the mind like a horse or like a vessel. Even the tongue, like a vessel of a ship, right? The helm, the vessel of a ship. It can lead you into destruction or it can lead you to your destination. Psalms 46 and 10. Be still and know. Just trust and know that Yahweh is the power, and unto him belongeth what? The issues of death. Not to that mare. She don't know what the hell. She can warn you. But if you can't leave, or you decided not to leave and trust Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and if they trusting in Jebus, Allah, or some Krishna and Elam deity or something, or if they pagans and Gothics, then this message ain't for you. But if you trust in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's saying this to you. Be still and know that I am Yahweh. All right, let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be entire, wanting nothing, man. And know that Yahweh is the power. Not Esau. They say cloud seeding and all this, and they stare in the storm, and just know that the Most High is the power, not Esau. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. All right? He can be exalted by showing mercy and salvation to you as well. Okay? This is Psalms 34 and 7. I may need this one again too. Psalms 34 and 7. The angel of Yahweh encampeth around about them that fear him, man. And there's been many proofs of that, examples of what I'd rather say. There's been many examples of the angels of the Lord Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, encamping around them that fear him, even around Jacob. Paul, Yahushua himself, You can go on and on the whole list, man. So the Lord got his angels around you. The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. Oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good. Find out. That's why he said, be still and know. Like, go through it so you can see that the Lord is good, man. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. See that? Blessed is the man that have faith in him. Oh, fear Yahweh, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him, man. All right? So, trusting in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, you can never go wrong. Even if you decided to evacuate, you're still trusting in the Lord to get you the gas where you need to go. I mean, that gas will get you where you need to go. No breakdowns, that your damn heart won't stop, some dumb shit. You just don't know, man. So we pray the Lord in every sense of every day, everything. All right? So whether you left or decided to stay, this message is for you dealing with faith. All right? And don't let these people steer your boat and have you trembling in fear. All right? Whatever you decide to do, move in the spirit of stoicism and faith and leadership and confidence and examples. Not like that damn meteorologist crying on the screen and shit. Can you imagine if I started crying right now because of goddamn storm on the screen right now? How many feathers that would ruffle and how nervous some people that follow this channel would be. Bro, you gotta have a level of stern. Imagine if your dad at home was scared and fucking crying and shit when you was little. All right. So I'm gonna get one more. Look at Jeremiah 17:5. Right. Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. See, you can't trust these damn devils. And maketh flesh his arm. All right, make people your strength. Trusting what the government say every damn time. They could also lead you straight into the damn fire. Remember Hawaii. Look at North Carolina. Look at Bill Gates owning portions of Tampa, etc., etc., right? Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm. Right, man, trusting them and they all scared. They want you to be scared too. Imagine them talking to Moses like that. Imagine if Hezekiah would have believed Sennacherib when he told them to not trust in Yahweh. Yahweh made a way and delivered Hezekiah from Sennacherib, the Assyrians. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from Yahweh. That's right. You can't trust these people, man. They're degenerates and bugged out. You know, even that mayor, she's bugged out. You can't trust. You're done. You don't know that, man. They don't know that for sure. What she should have said was, there's a possibility that this could happen. You know, if you do stay, hopefully your faith is intact with God, with Yahweh specifically. But she's not going to say that because she don't know the Most High. All right, and not a true leader. Whatever. There's a lot I can say about that, but I'll leave that there. The point of this is faith. Jeremiah 17:6. For he shall be like a heath in the desert. Yeah, you're going to be like that dry shrub way in the desert that don't get no water. The Lord ain't going to comfort you or even deal with you. If you trusting in these church folks, politicians, Democratic, Republican, American, all that, they trusting in the government, the Lord said he's going to leave you out there in the dry desert, just like a little tiny ass patch of grass in the desert that doesn't get any rain that isn't fruitful, right, has no purpose, is not going to be delivered. They're going to um, leave you out there. All right, for he shall be as a heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh. Just like that little ass dry patch of grass out there way into the desert, and then you got other patches of grass where it gets watered, and horses can come up and eat from it out in the Arabian desert. But some patches of grass, they're so dry because no rain reaches it. All right, just like no good will come to these people that have turned their back on the Lord. All right, so they can't expect, they shouldn't and wouldn't expect deliverance from Yahweh. They may, but they're not asking Yahweh. They're asking some idol. All right, or they just atheists and they not even thinking about it at all. They just moving in haste or staying because of pride. You know, I'm from here. I'm never leaving. Uh, Wrong answer. I'd rather he say, "Hey, I know Yahweh Bashim Yahushua." I'll be like, "Oh yeah, you good, man." Because even if you need to evacuate, I believe the Spirit will move you to. That's what I'm saying. All right. It says what? These people shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, man, the destroyed places, the dry, uncomforted places in this wilderness, man. And in a salt land and not inhabited. So they're going to get destroyed ultimately. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh. Blessed for trusting in the Most High, man. And whose hope Yahweh is. All right, so with that, I'm going to say, don't believe the hype. They pushing her message all around, all over the internet, man. Putting people in fear, yo. Yeah, if you're on the coast, if you're right by the storm surge or evacuation areas, you know, I would leave. I'm just saying, me personally, I wouldn't sit there trying to prove nothing. But they said 15 foot high, 10 foot high. But if I was just stuck in it, I would have faith. If I had to leave, I would have faith. So either one, man. But if you decide to stay, this is for you. Don't believe this damn whatever. Never seen her before. She popped up out of nowhere. But you are going to die. She don't know that. All right, have faith. And Yahweh Ratazah will you know, see on the flip side of this coin called Hurricane Milton. And there's more to come. They got like another one and then another one on November 2nd, I think, around that time. So it's a lot happening in the world. All right. But the Lord spoke of this. Let me get that real quick. End it with this one. So like, give me a second. Let me get it. This is Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun. There's coronal mass ejections happening. Damn asteroid going by. I want to do a lesson on that later. And it just caused a major blast from the sun. You got that moon out there that you can't see lingering. It's an asteroid. You got the comet. You got planets aligning. You got so much happening this month. And you expect nothing to be affected upon the earth when the Most High uses the sun, moon, and the stars to affect and engineer what happens down here in the troposphere. All right, the tropics, the dust, the air, the wind, the heat, the hot, the cold, the storms, the North Pole, whatever. All that is manipulated by the sun, moon, and the stars. Right? Who controls that? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars. All right? I think you had like a super moon last week, causing higher tides. And upon the earth distress of nations and perplexity. That's what's on this earth, man. They talking about wars and rumors of wars and distress of nations and perplexity, man. This is a distress call right now. Hurricane Milton. All right. And upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Man, it's gonna be chaotic on this damn earth. And that's what we're witnessing, man. So with that, we're praying for Yahweh Shem Shai to deliver us and show his power, man. This is a perfect time for the Lord to show his power and mercy and his power of salvation in the sight of these damn doubters. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.